This is Irontrader, and this is the last call of the week. This closed at 2:30, and that was about 40 minutes ago. So we are going to review crude oil here and natural gas. At the end of the video, the support and resistance levels are posted. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, commodity, ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have crude oil, your daily, your weekly, and your monthly chart. Now, we can see here what happened is yesterday we had a really nice candle and engulfed the previous days, which was very nice, and it closed above the 8 SMA, okay? So that was tell you when you close above a key level, like an 8 or 21 or 50, that tells you that you got to get long, okay? Now today, we have here is an indecision candle, okay? See the cross going on here? But where did it go? Okay, went right into that 21 day, and that tells you have to sell into it, okay? Now, I get the whole momentum thing out to the upside, but this 21 day here, just like the 8 day, is a brick wall. You're never going to get through it the first time. I'll give you a perfect example, which is right here. Now, it went right up into it, right into the 8 SMA, but you notice it couldn't close above. Now, the next day we had a higher high, but it couldn't close above. Until yesterday, then it finally closed above and tells you got to get long. Same way with this 21 day. So you want to sell into this very, very nicely. Okay, now again, like on Monday, if it comes on down, it holds that 8 SMA, that's in good shape. Now again, if you break above this 21 SMA, then you can get above, buy the stock, okay? Buy like I like to trade UCO or however you want to trade oil. Then you get long again, because then we're going to start looking for these top of these candles here, and that's going to be resistance. But these are like absolute brick walls the first time. It's never going to go through. Now you can see here on many charts. Now here's a weekly, and you can see how many times that it went through, okay, and it finally broke above. Then you take the long, okay? But look at here, okay, when you're below that 8 SMA, it wants to stay right there. So always when you're trading, okay, looking for buy opportunities, you close above that key level of 8 SMA here, and then you sell into it. Now, a lot of times what I usually do is I'll take a short and then, I'll sell my long and then take a short. But today I didn't do that. I didn't really see a whole lot there on the short side because I just think this is going to eventually break right through the 21 day. Now, again, if you're holding this, just hold right on here until you get above that 21 day. Then you can always add to your position. Okay, so let's look at the upside here first. All right, we want to look at the 21 day. Very, very key, 84.51. We get above, then we'll come right to the bottom of this candle. You're looking at 84.75, and then we'll come here. You have 85.51, and then we'll go on top of sticky here at 85.64. Then we just start ratcheting up here, okay? So then you have 86.18, and then we'll have 86.38, 86.63, and then we can start all the way here on the left, 86.98, 87.10, 87.22, and then your big retest up there is 87.67. Now, this is your breakout. Okay, so we'll just look at how this ran right up there, came on down. Yeah, you went 3 cents higher, but you couldn't break out. Okay, so you want to sell into it unless it closes above. Then you can always rebuy it and go higher. Now, again, you break out of that 87.67. Then we're going to come here to the weekly. Okay, 87.83, and then we'll come right there. You can have 88.29. And then this is the one we're looking for, that 89.85. Just call it 90 bucks, okay? Then we can just ratchet all these candles until we hit 95.03, basically 95. So your big targets are going to be 90 and 95. But all that doesn't mean anything unless we close above this key 21 day. So if you are holding it here from down here and you say, okay, this goes, what I do is I bought this. This looks like this was a higher low. So that tells me to get long. But when it got up towards this 8 day, then I sell my position right there because it's not going to go higher through that 8 day on the first try. Okay, then you don't want to buy this. This is a scalping opportunity when you see these candles here because you couldn't close above. So then we come all the way here. This was a great opportunity here because see, you held all this key, nice support level here going on. Okay, so that was very, very good. And then when it got above the 8 day, that tells me to take a long, you hold that overnight, and then today you sell into it. Okay, so that's how it is. So right now on crude oil, I'm flat. I have no position. I sold out here into that key 21 SMA. Now let's look on Monday for the downside. What you want to watch is the bottom of this candle. 83.35. So when those futures open on Sunday, you want to watch the top of this candle, 84.46, the bottom at 83.35, and the close at 83.75. So we have to see. Now, again, if you go below that 83.35, then instantly what we're doing is we're looking for that 8 SMA. Now, if that 8 simple moving average holds, then you buy that up again, and then you run it all the way up here and see what happens at the 21. If it can't get through there, then you sell your position. If it blows through and closes above that, you hold your position and then you add more until we can start ratcheting all the way on up, okay? So on the downside, what you want to do is watch that 83.35. You want to watch this 82.85, and then if that's lost, say it just sells right off, then we look right there for your support level at 82.44. Then you look to the bottom of this candle, 81.98 for support, and then we have that nice 50-day at 81.54. You have your price channel at 80.70, and then we come right here to your 80.01 on your 200 SMA. Okay, RSI here looking good. MACD looks like it wants to eventually going to roll up here, very nice. MACD on your weekly, green over red, very good. And what I like about this is now this week's candle closed above this key 8 SMA here at 82.60, and it closed above that 100-day at 82.02. Looking very, very nice. Now what you want to do is watch for next week. You want to watch that top of that candle, that 84.46 here, okay, which is, when you look at the bottom here, you have 84.55. So see that nice resistant level. Now if you get above, then we'll look right to the top of that candle, 86.18, and then we have your big retest, which is that price channel sitting at 87.67. Okay, so that's what we're going to be looking for. Now, weekly chart, our monthly chart, I should say, always want to take a look at this here, just even at the end of the day. Always look at your daily, weekly, and your monthly. If you're trading, use a tick, a 1-5. You want to slow the trade down, you can use a 15 minutes, a 30 minutes, and then you can always use an hourly and a 4-hour chart. That slows it down even more. But what you always want to do is look at a daily, a weekly, and monthly to see. Now, I like this pattern here. See this W pattern? Those are always very, very bullish patterns. If this can run up here and we break the top of this candle, 91.88, and then we have this 95.03, once we break above there, we follow this candle up here. I'm not saying go to 130, but you will go higher. The key to these W patterns is this. When you make the W, we got to see what happens when you get to that high spot at 95, say 03, say 95. If it gets there, does it break through or does it come flying back down again? So these W patterns here are usually very, very bullish, but we got to see how this all going to shake out. Now, your green here is still a little below your red, but still looking very, very good here for the month. Got a little bit of time left. So overall, the chart looked very, very bullish. So just watch this 21-day, a close above that, then we go higher, okay? If we can't, then we're going to go sideways to down. On the downside, watch that key 8 SMA. If that's lost, you can follow the candles, but your target's going to be that 50-day. Okay, let's take a look here at natty gas. Okay, here we have natural gas, your daily, your weekly, and your monthly chart. Okay, so if we look at this weekly here, this is looking very good because you're obviously here, you're above that 1.766 there, that 8 SMA. Your next nice target up there is going to be 1.12. Okay, so that is your upside situation. On the downside, you want to watch that 1.66. If that's lost, then we can come all the way down here to this 1.64 level. Got to be very, very cautious, and we can actually go all the way down to the 1.52. But right now, we just have sideways action. Kind of nothing really going on here, but still looking, very, very good. Now, your MACD here, your green is above your red. That's looking very, very bullish. Your RSI here is looking very good. Now, here on a monthly, well, we're trying to get back in the game because what we want to do is we want to get and close right above that 1.967. If we can get right above and close about up there, you have, look at these nice targets all the way up here at 1.43. Okay, so a lot of really good here. The weekly here is starting to shape up. Now we're starting to get a bottom here on your MACD, and your RSI here is looking good. Now, here on your daily chart, well, what do we have here? It went into the June contract today, so now we have full gap up. So we have to be a little bit careful with this here, okay? So if you're going to be trading this, what we want to do is we want to look to the downside. So let's take a look at there first. You want to look at 1.909, okay? Say 1.90. If that's lost, then we're going to come right there at 1.89, and then we're going to be looking for this 1.85 level. Okay, Okay, that's going to be key. And then what we have here is 1.78. That's going to be your 21 day. And you have your nice 50 SMA, 1.7, and then we have your 8 SMA at 1.755. Okay, these are all key. But what I want to point out to you is you want to look at today's bottom at 1.908, and then you want to look at this top of this candle at 1.675. Because here we have your gap, and then there's your fill. Okay, that's never really good. Now we had the same thing at contract roll over here. Gap and fill, did not fill it right away, but eventually it filled. Now again, what we had here, it came down, it went down 2 days, and then it rallied up here nicely. Then it was down 2 days, then it rallied up here nicely. Then down 2 days, then it fell right off the map. So let's just see here, when those futures open there on Sunday night, what happens. So you want to watch the top of it today's at 2.0 and the bottom at 1.90. So let's see what happens if it rolls down to these support levels and possibly down to the retest, or is this going to rally up here and maybe aim for that 211 and this in this 212 right here? We just don't know that yet. Okay, so when you have these contract rolls and they gap up, you're really it kind of screws the charts up, for you. So you got to give it a couple days here. Let this shake out and see how it is. Just like we did here. Give it a couple days here. Maybe if you can find some support levels and then run right back up here, we got to see how that is all going to shake out. Okay, that's what I got for you on crude and natural gas. Now I'll be back on Sunday night there before 7 o'clock. The futures open at 6 p.m. on Sunday, but I'll have a video for you to get you all set up for Monday. And then over the weekend, I usually do a video on Saturday. And then on Sunday, what I'm going to do is we're going to do a special video here. We're going to do about trading, okay? Where to buy, where to sell, basically I'm going to show you some charts there on how to scalp, trades here and how to swing trades. And something on that whole order here, because there's a lot of people coming into the room that are maybe new and don't have, a lot of experience behind them. So let's get everybody off at the right foot, okay? And let's see how we can trade, because there's a lot of money to be made just with trading the charts, okay? That's how you want to trade, because that takes all that noise out of it. Now, again, you always have to listen to the news, okay? I have global news here that comes with TOS charts. But there's also a guy out there, Charlie from Benzinga. This guy is completely awesome. This guy had the news before the news was even out. I mean, I don't know how he got it so fast, but this guy it's a pay service. So that's why I use global news, because it comes with the whole system here, okay? So you always want to watch what's going on with the fundamentals, but the charts are key because there's no noise. There's nobody said, oh, you got to do this, you got to do this. You know where things are going or where they're not going here, because basically it's just lines on paper. Okay, it has no reason to lie, no reason to bullshit you, okay? It's just lines on paper, but they do work. Okay, hope everybody has a great weekend, and then I'll see you over the weekend. Thanks for watching.